All right, so this is Decent Weed People News. All right. If I say anything, I'm not giving legal advice, just my opinion only. Why? Because I'm not an attorney or a lawyer. All right, so I never look straight forward. I always look around me, be able to protect myself by any means necessary, people. And that's what you need to do. Quit going by hearsay, quit tacitly agreeing to every freaking thing there is out there, right? We're men and women. Quit claiming you are persons. You have privileges as persons, whether it's legalese, lawful, or constitutional, state or federal, okay? Men and women have dominions. They have power. We created government to protect our rights, not to strangle and rape us, all right? And steal and rob from us. Anyway, this video is a learning video. I'm going to stand arm length because I'm not as knowledge as this man. So therefore, I'm not going to claim I am. All right. But let's dig in a little deeper what he has to say and see if we can gain a little knowledge. What do you think?
Knowledge is the power. Knowledge is the wealth. Knowledge is what you quote unquote call value or money. All right? The things that I talk about are not hyperbole. It's not my conjecture. It's not horse shit. It's not frivolous. It's not bullshit. It's written in black and white. It's warehoused by the archivists of the United States in the National Archives and the Library of Congress. It is, in fact, ladies and gentlemen, one of two jurisdictions. One being the private side, the private laws, and on the opposite side of that coin would be the public policies under martial law. And yes, we've been under martial law since 1871 under the Reorganization Act, with the first executive order being Abraham Lincoln. Yes, I'm firmly aware of that, okay? The War of 1812 was not a civil war. It was a war of northern aggression. That's what it was. To implement a banking system that, quite frankly, once you see it, benefits you greatly. All right? I want to talk a little bit about process. Due process of law. From all the research and literature that I've read through, there is no finite definition for due process. There is no specific process that must be adhered to. The Supreme Court, over and over and over, the Supreme Court justices have ruled that there is no finite method per se to due process. So what I can tell you from my studies that due process actually is simply notice and opportunity with a caveat. That's due process of law. Keep having people go, well, so-and-so told me to do it this way, and the short dick told me to do it this way, and Dingleheimer told me to do it this way. Look, it's this fucking simple. I'm going to give you a friendly correspondence. You've caused me harm by way of trespass. The trespass may have been extortion. Maybe you sent me some shitty fucking letter saying I owe you something, all right? That's a form of extortion. And then when they add a threat to it, it's aggravated extortion. If you don't do this, then I'm going to, kidnap your dog or something, all right? So now you're under threat, duress, and coercion, right? So it's a trespass by way of extortion. Now, I'm going to send them a friendly correspondence. I'm going to give them an opportunity to correct their mistake. We'll call it a mistake because the good Lord tells us in the Heavenly Father's book that we're supposed to forgive those who trespass against us, for they know not what they do. All right? And in doing so, I'm going to send a nice correspondence saying, hey, I'm in receipt of a letter or a correspondence from you, whereas you are attempting, or it looks or appears to be that you are attempting to extort my valued time commodity, my resource, which is my time. Time is the value, ladies and gentlemen. Once it's gone, it's gone. you only have so many damn heartbeats to the old ticker. And once they're gone, they're gone. All right? You can't get them back. You can't reclaim that time. It's not like the House or the floor of the Congress where you go, I'm reclaiming my time. It don't work that way. Once it's gone, it's gone. So that is the valued time, commodity, and resource. All right? That's the value. So once you understand that and you get away from thinking about paper so much, you'll realize that your time is the valued time commodity, and you get to define how much that time is worth. All right, so me writing this correspondence to some dipshit trying to extort me might be $100,000 an hour. Could be $1 million a day. Could be a number of things, all right? And there's damages included in that, right? So it's not only the value that they're trying to steal from me or extort from me, it's also my damages included. Somebody gave a notice and opportunity. I'm going to send a friendly correspondence to cease and desist and to prove your claim. Cease and desist sending threatening communications by way of mail, email, social media, text messages, however they're communicating with you. Because see, Congress has now allowed debt collectors to use social media, text messaging. They've allowed them to use some other forms of communication, such as email, TikToks, no-ring voice recorded messages. So you just need to be clear on what their new tactics are, or tools, mind you, that they're able to utilize. So if you're cognizant of that, you can put an end to that by sending a nice cease and desist letter, and then you can let them know that any form of communication needs to be by way of mail through the United States Postal Service. There's immigration. You don't see those guys every day. And lo and behold, he's probably Latino or Hispanic. The irony of that shit blows my fucking mind. Hey, you're not supposed to be here! Mind you, Mexico went clear to the fucking Louisiana Purchase back in the day. Fucking people trying to say that you've crossed the border and you're not allowed to be here is fucking hilarious to me. Anyway. Fuck. So, moving on. The next thing is, if they continue to persist on and being a dickhead, now I escalate it to a notice. Notice is different in a communication in that now I'm giving due process of law of my intent to bring them into a competent court of jurisdiction, or a court of jurisdiction that is competent to handle the affair. What's nice about Title 15 is Congress provided you your affirmative fucking defense, ladies and gentlemen. It is brilliant. Holy fuck. Had a lawyer communicate with me about a month ago. He goes, Derek, you're really onto something this time. I go, oh yeah, what's that? He says, fucking, what Title 15 is amazing if you know how to use it. And I go, yeah, I can see that. I kind of kicked myself in the ass for not, stumbling upon it and studying it years ago. But, the Heavenly Father see that now be the right time for me to stumble upon that information and be able to retain it, comprehend it, and, best of all, apply it. So, your Title 15, 1601 through 1693 is, in fact, your affirmative defense. It's an affirmative defense by Congress. You can't fucking lose using Title 15. Now, for the people out there, the naysayers that are going to say, well, I was there and I just lost my case. Wrong venue. You were in the wrong venue. It clearly states in Title 15, 1601 through 1693, if you are seeking redress of grievance or remedy for a trespass causing you harm, where's the competent court of jurisdiction located? Pursuant to Congress's declaration and finding of facts? That's right, ladies and gentlemen. The district courts. Any district court or federal court will do. That's what Congress says. I kind of like what Congress says. Oh, here comes La Migra. Hurry up, buddy. I'm running out of road. There you go. Poor bastard probably got his license out of a Cracker Jack box. Anyway, so when we escalate to the notices, now we're going to give them a caveat. Alright? So we're going to point out the law that they violated. Alright? Pursuant to Title 15, anywhere from 1601 through 1693. Alright? We're going to demand the name and address of the original creditor, because if you read Title 15 really retardedly, and I mean fucking slow, this is not a derogatory comment. Retardando does not mean mentally disabled. Retardando means slow, alright? Slow down your tempo in reading and read to comprehend. Don't read to fucking enunciate the words or sound them out. Read to comprehend, alright? I know it's a hell of a fucking concept, but I can tell that a lot of people don't do it. And like I said, there's nothing fucking special about me. I am no more intelligent than the rest of you guys. I fucking promise you that. A lot of people suffer from cognitive dissonance. They do what they're told. They watch the boob tube. They don't think for them fucking selves. And can't seem to wrap their head around this because they've been so bamboozled by the system and the shit that the propaganda that is constantly forced down their fucking throat that they can't see the remedy. Everybody says, well, Derek, where do you get the enforcement? You are the motherfucking enforcement. Now sound off like you got a fucking pair. Holy fuck me running. It's not difficult. It really is not. Think about this. A man cannot hurt a corporation. Why? Why is that even plausible? How is that possible? Because a corporation always has a remedy of writing it off and having a tax benefit. So how the fuck can you hurt a corporation? You can't. It's absolutely cockamamie horse shit that people believe that somehow they're defrauding corporations when you're an entitlement holder to the bankrupt United States Incorporated. Back to the notice. Not only are you an entitlement holder, you're a fucking preferred stockholder. Every corporation registered with the Secretary of State in any motherfucking state you are part owner of. Oh, I know. That's just such a hell of a concept to wrap your head around. I get it. But that's the truth. That's a fact. All right? And I challenge anybody who says otherwise. Come to me and show me that I'm incorrect in my assessment, because I'll point it out to you. After 1933, ladies and gentlemen, you are preferred stockholders in every fucking corporation registered with the Secretary of State. You're due and owing every month, month after month, dividends and fucking derivatives from these foreign entities operating on your land. Remember, Heavenly Father gave man dominion. Didn't give corporations, didn't give government dominion. He gave man to rule over and lord over every motherfucking thing that creepeth upon the earth. Now, we're really custodians, the way I look at it. We're supposed to be maintaining this place, taking care of it. Instead, we decided to become parasites and fucking, like a cancer on the earth. We're destroying the motherfucker, but such is life. We're a perpetual conflict of interest. That's why Jesus Christ was sent down here. It's because when God created this abomination called man, he had to provide remedy. And the remedy was Jesus Christ. That's equity. That's why I love that book. Whether or not you're spiritually inclined or whatever, makes no difference to me. There's still something to be gained from that book. Most of the maxims that are used in law, at law, or in equity are all from that book, believe it or not. So, back to my notice. The notice is going to give them 20 days to respond. That's Federal Rule of Civil Procedure is 21 days. You can do that. You know, if you feel 21 days is adequate. Then again, if they're the ones bringing the accusation, I might feel like I only need to give them 72 motherfucking hours to produce their fucking evidence or shut the fuck up. Now keep in mind, their first communication with you, their first correspondence, you don't want to discard. You don't want to discard the envelope. You don't want to discard the communication. You're going to keep it. You want to know why? It's your exhibit. It's your evidence of their attempted extortion, thinking that you were fucking stupid. See, people go, well, Derek, why would they commit crimes like this day in and day out? Because 100 million people a day fall for the bullshit. It's lucrative. If a thief only gets caught once out of a fucking 1,000, is it worth it to him if he's clearing $50,000 a week? You bet. He's never going to stop. You know what he's going to do? He's going to pay the one guy off so he doesn't have to go to court, doesn't get arrested, and he's going to continue his fucking game. Alright? It's the same thing they're doing to you guys. The same fucking thing with the electric bill, with the fucking water bill, with the fucking mortgages. They get away with it every fucking day. It's lucrative. Why wouldn't they? Nobody ever goes to jail under UCC 3402 signing as authorized representative. It's just a fucking game. So the caveat. The caveat simply states that, herein lies the law. Congress declaration of finding of facts and conclusive law and evidence of the law. The statutes at large are legal evidence of the law. I include those in my communication. And I tell them that they have 10 days to rebut, rebuke, or they admit by omission, by tacit procreation, or acquiescence, if you will. They admit that they have committed a trespass causing I harm. And they admit to owing me whatever they were trying to rightfully extort of me, right? And then I default them. And you can do a notice of fault, opportunity to cure, and then a notice of default if you wish. But I know people that just simply default them and then fire up a court case. And the lawyers, before they ever even make it to the fucking courtroom, call them up and go, hey, can we cut you a check? Can we make a deal? Yeah, you can pay me exactly what the fuck you were trying to steal from me. See, the lawyers have no first-hand knowledge of anything, although they're at arm's length. They really get paid by creating controversy, so they're behind the scenes creating all these fucking benign contracts, all these bogus fucking terms and conditions, and all this other hoopla and horse shit. They get people mired into controversy because it's good for fucking business. You want to talk about a monopolized industry that needs to be busted the fuck up. They thought Stanford Oil was a monopoly. Fuck, that ain't nothing compared to the fucking Bar Association. Holy sheep shit. That is one hell of a monopolized industry. Anyway, nevertheless, for the files in the co-op, which are going to be extraordinarily beneficial to you. If I've made a mistake, please contact me. If you don't feel...
Alrighty. This is where the storm clouds are gathering. Check him out. Alright, speaking of which, again, thumbs up. I got to do my part when I like videos, they effort and all that kind of stuff. Alright, so there we go. This We the People News. Bye, y'all.